Alright, so I'm here at Torpedo 7 to pick up my compression socks.
Have a good one.
Awesome, thank you. Oh, free cookie. Oh nice, even though I'm not allowed to eat it. Here we go, compression socks. So the reason I've got these is because I've been reading this book, or I read this book called Ready to Run, which was probably the best book on how to run that I've read. It's by a guy called Kelly Starrett, or Starrett, I'm not sure how you say that. His YouTube videos basically fixed my shoulder after I'd been to like 20 different doctors and they couldn't fix it. And in this book he recommends wearing compression socks as often as possible, pretty much 24/7. Oh, they are tight as a oh, look at these groovy things. Okay, hello. I feel like I'm back at high school. This week I'm going to show you guys a little bit more about what I eat. I'm just back from the gym, so I'm going to cook up one of my favorite keto meals. It's pretty much the meal that I survived on during my last training, and I'm doing pretty much the same thing this training with a few little changes. So yeah, here we go. I am in the car, obviously. I have a bit of a drive to do today because I am heading out to the farm. Now, why am I heading out to the farm? I'm heading out to the farm because I want to get some milk. And the reason is because I've changed my diet a little bit. First, when I was training for Auckland, I was on the keto diet, as I mentioned yesterday. But I was on the standard keto diet, and the standard keto diet is basically you can have about 10 to 20 grams of carbs per day, and you just kind of eat them whenever you feel like it. This time I'm trying something which is more suited for athletes, and that's called the targeted keto diet. And so on this diet you can eat a bit more carbs, like 50 grams to 100 grams, but you have to eat them at a very specific time. You have to eat them immediately after your workout. And so the carbs that I have been craving, especially during my last training for the last marathon, was milk. But I don't like just any milk. I like my milk raw, unpasteurized, with lots of cream on top, straight from the cow. And luckily in New Zealand you can actually get that. The closest one to me is about a 40-minute drive. This might be a chance for me to show you guys a little bit of Auckland. So this is what an Auckland summer day looks like. This is the Western Motorway. Oh, I think you Americans, you call it a highway. I once told my American friend, you're like, yeah, I've got to get on the motorway. And she's like, get on the what? It's like, the motorway. She's like, what the hell is a motorway? So this is, we're out west now. That's one of the biggest shopping malls out west. Out west is like, this is where all the Westies live. If you ever come to Auckland and you hear people talk about Westies, Westies are just people that live out here, out west, and they're all kind of a little bit strange. For example, say you've got a sister and she's just started dating this new guy, then people might ask you, like, oh, what's your sister's new boyfriend like? And you just have to say, oh yeah, he's a bit of a Westie, and then everyone's gonna be like, oh. And now, as you might be able to see out my window, we are really in the middle of nowhere. This is what we call the wops in Kiwi English. So like, say you had a friend and his name was whatever, Bob, and then say he lives like really, really far away out in the country. People might ask you like, oh, your friend Bob, where does he live? You'll be like, oh man, he lives out in the wops, which means like way, way out in the middle of nowhere. And then if you really, really live like super out in the middle of nowhere, it's not just the wops, it's the wop wops, sometimes. So your friend might say like, oh, I heard your friend Bob, he lives out in the Wops. You'll be like, bro, he lives out in the Wop Wops. That's where we're going today, actually. Going out to the Wop Wops to get some Wop Wop milk, because that's where the best milk is, man. So that is how you know that you're in the farm country, man. There we go, farm fresh milk. Alright, so there we go. I've got my milk bottles, I've got my groovy compression socks, and this is it. It's a milk machine. As you can see, it is $3.50 New Zealand per litre, getting 4 litres, which is, how good is your maths, yo? $14. Oh yes! There it is, my milk run is done. So one thing that people have been asking me about is my skin. You know, has my skin healed yet? How am I feeling? The truth is my skin hasn't healed completely. Still quite far away from that. The thing about TSW is it's really unpredictable. So, you know, your skin could be really good, perfect almost 1 week, and then the next week it's starting to flare up again. Some people ask me like, you know, are you going to be dealing with this forever? Does it ever go back to normal? And the answer is yes. In most people it does go back to normal. Usually it takes about a year, maybe more. Now I'm lucky that my flares, they don't leave me like completely disabled. You know, I'm still able to get out of bed, I'm still able to run, I'm still able to go to the gym. Whereas my first few flares were just like, I would just sit in a chair like this. I just sit here like this, and even just moving would be too much. Like if I had to get up to go to the toilet, it'd be like, and man, that was when I was really, really in hell. But I'm hoping that those days are behind me. I think they are. Training for these marathons has been a blessing in that I don't even really think about my skin too much anymore, you know, because back when I was really going through the worst of it, I would wake up and I'd just look in the mirror. I would always look at my eyebrows. I would always be like, man, my eyebrows growing back yet? Because my eyebrows had completely like fallen off. But now I just, you know, I don't have time to do that. It's like, man, I gotta run a marathon in 2 weeks, you know. I finished training. I'm allowed to drink my milk now. Oh man, there's just nothing like it in the whole world. And some granola with more milk. Let's go. So every day, especially after workout, I try and come sit in here in the sauna. It's a real good way to get that last bit of sweat out of your body, lose a bit of water weight, warms your muscles down nicely. But also it's really hard work, you know, your heart rate. I actually measured my heart rate in here the other day. It was 130 and my resting is about 60, so your body works when you're in here. And it's great for your skin. Today I'm aiming for like 40 minutes maybe, say like 20, 10, 10. I don't always make it. Sometimes I bitch out and I'm like, nah, I'm done, but today I'm gonna make it. Today I'm gonna make it. So one of the most important things when you're marathon training is you need to rest, right? It's recovery, you need to take rest days. And so today I'm gonna make an investment in my recovery, because the best thing for recovery, right, is to get your feet off the ground, sit down, put your feet up, and just play some video games. And so, you know, look at what came out today. Oh, now do I get the sword or do I get the shield? Let's freaking go catch some Pokemons, man. Bring it on, bro. Bring it on. Growl. Get out of here. Get out of town, bro. I'm gonna branch poke your ass. Alright, some grocery shopping. I like to do most of my grocery shopping at the organic store. eggs, keto bread, goat's milk yogurt, organic butter, macadamia butter, sheep feta. I think we're good. Let's go. I've got my Solomon Islands shopping bag. Thank you, Tourism Solomons. Very nice of you. More stop. I'm gonna stop at the butcher, pick up some liver. I know exactly where it is. What? Man, I could have sworn today was Friday. I do swear today is Friday, but it's not Friday, it's Saturday. I woke up and I looked at my phone and I just saw it said Saturday. I said, no, this can't be right. So I checked all my settings and stuff and it's right. And I just don't understand how I managed to lose a day in the week somewhere. I had it all planned in my head. Today's Friday, I've got a hard workout. Tomorrow's Saturday, I get to rest. Sunday's the long run. And now somehow I've lost my Friday. I don't know how that happened. So now I'm heading to the basin. I've got to do a run today and I don't get to rest before my long run. It's very strange. I feel like someone's playing a practical joke on me. It sounds funny, but it's not a good thing because it's screwed up my whole week of training. Very odd things happening in my universe right now. It's all good. It's all good. Take it on the chin like a soldier. Alright, so here we are, back at the basin today. I don't really have a lot of time to be vlogging and shit like that because I'm having a shitty day. And I forgot my headphones again. And I'm just gonna go out there and smash it. So, see you guys when I'm done. Okay, so I just did 6Ks. But since I missed a bit of training, I'm here in the gym. I'm gonna do some sleds. Kind of punish myself, I guess, for losing track of my training days. Alright, so this is the sled. Push the sled all the way to the end and back. You get the dumbbells. You do 10 push-ups, 10 presses, bicep curl presses. And then you go straight back to the sled, do it again. Really, the dumbbells are just a rest from the sled because the sled is what really f***ed up.
It's a barbaric situation we are tangled up in. Our walls are all but ashes and the stench is getting right. It's time to break out of this wither cocoon and shed this skin. Taste the color.
Also, some of you have been asking like, what's up with my hair? Like, what's going on with my hair, my cool hairstyle? This is not really like a fashion statement or anything. There's actually a reason why I've cut my hair like this. Because I'm trying to grow at least some of my hair back, but I'm not allowed to grow the back or the sides yet. I have to keep those dry as possible. So obviously when you have hair, your scalp stays quite wet, especially when you're working out or especially when you're sleeping as well, because that's where I get most of my flares on my head, is on the back and the side of my head. I'm only allowed to grow the top, so I'm growing the top. Hopefully in a couple months when I'm allowed to actually grow my hair, like I'm already halfway there. But I've got a feeling that on race day I'm just gonna zip the whole thing off anyway. I have made it down to the basin, which is usually half the battle. 30 Ks is supposed to be the goal today, but I think that's going to be rough. I'm going to go 27. 27 is 9 laps. I did 8 laps last week, 9 laps this week. Seems like a good goal. And I'm going to do them extra slowly today because my legs are soft, man. Super soft. Even like 8-9 minute Ks is no problem. It's all good. This is the last long run before the race. I'm also experimenting today with these carbohydrate gels. The reason you have to try them before the race is because sometimes some people they don't digest them very well. They get, upset stomachs and they basically shit their pants during the marathon. So it's more common than you think. And let's do it.
This is something you were trying to get away from. Money overseas with an ANZ would be amazing and it would take